retired. Who's the next member?
Long wait. Thank you, Chair. I want to say something. I'm an African. Culture, social cohesion, respecting the elder and the young one. We are not here to harm anybody. We are not here to finish SAFA today. We are here to make SAFA to be more powerful. We are here, we are all brother and sister. We are here to fix it, not to damage it. When the car stuck, we have to fix it. We have to understand, because why you here is because government, we have hands in SAFA. That is why if it was a private, you are not supposed to be here. But here, we fix, we get a problem, we sit down like this and then we fix it. I want to understand Mr. Hluyo. Who's Mr. Hluyo? Engwe about. All right.
Honorable Kobani, go through the chairperson.
Okay, Chair. Mr. Hluyo, it's you, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Yeah, one hour it's okay. I have a question here that Mr. Hluyo, are you out on bail on fraud and mismanagement case involving SAFA fund to CEO and new NEC? Why did the NEC fail to charge the CFO for his fraud and management of fund case? This practice raises issues of constitution as Ms. Namka Mpele and others employed have been charged and fired based on allegation and breach of corporate government principles. What nationality do you possess? What are the other rules on responsibility you possess in the association based being in the CFO? So you are not charged, accounted, is what I wanted to ask. Is it true, Chair? That's my question.
This response, CFO.
Mihlongoliwini, mikomiwini mbeila, even amutamarinti. How come things comes like that? We need that explanation, but it's not harming. We are asking, we are not harming anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we speak our minds.
Thank you, Honorable Member.
I'm still continuing.
Okay.
Yes, I want to speak, finish, and 10 minutes to me is not work, only 5 minutes, no bonus. Chair, I'll finish now. I'll answer everything, not one by one. That I'm not the pastor, I'm not the prophet to say one and one. SAFA got 54, not 52 regions. It's 54 or 52? 52. You guess. Why are they failing to pay traveling fees to all the teams around South Africa? Why are they also failing to give them soccer kits? How many regions did they give the kids? Minyiki wangani shikipa shabolo. Why under 17, 20, 23? Did they pay Bafana players their outstanding amount since January? Did you pay? Did you make everything from January to up to date? The amount that outstanding is what I wanted to ask. I don't have a more further question, but after this meeting, Chair, we have to handle ourselves by the hands. We make unite, we make social cohesion, we are not enemies. As a MK, we're not enemies of anybody, but we want to understand. That's it. Aye.
Thank you, very helpful. Honorable Kgabo.
No, thank you very much, Chairperson. I think I'm going to be very clear in terms of who should respond to my questions. Lina la ka ke Kgaolatli, Sefane ke Kgabo. I'm a member of this portfolio committee on sports, arts and culture. Chairperson, let me go straight to the department. Department, this video assistant referee, was it part of the departmental annual performance plan? Did you?
I'm trying to remember the annual performance plan as it stands now. So what you will find in the annual performance plan will not be projects, because this is a project. So you would not necessarily find something that says anything about VAR as such, but it might. But can I ask Mpiwe just because he would know the detail behind the sport area?
No, DG, it's fine. So it was not part of the APPs.
No. Honorable member, I'm saying in terms of how the APP is written, it wouldn't appear like that, which is why I'm saying the chief director would know the detail behind what I'm talking to, because amongst the key performance indicators, it would not appear like that, but it might appear under projects. So I need him to assist, hence I'm asking that.
Through you, Chair. I think just to expand on the DG's response, it would fall under support to sport and recreation bodies.
Thank you very much. Was VAR part of your support programs initially when you adopted or when the budget for the department was adopted?
Through you, Chair, my understanding is that we are talking about the financial year 2025-2026.
I think what a member actually straightly asked is, was it a knee-jerk reaction, yes or no? Was it part of the budget?
I'm not sure whether just to call it a knee-jerk creation or not, Chair, but it is.
It actually resulted after the game of Kaizer Chiefs and Pirates.
Yes. However, Chair, the implementation thereof is not in the year 2024-2025. So needs are identified every year, and priorities are identified every year. Then it will form part of the 25-26 financial year. Thanks.
Before you go forward, the research
I
component...
hope you have stopped my 10 minutes.
No, I'll stop you. The research component, as well as the legal advisors and whoever, and content advisors, we must have a look at that response and whether the question you ask is true or false, so that we can interpret this and interrogate this further, Honorable Kgabo. You may proceed. I am sorry.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I think you know that I know that the response is deliberately tailor-made, but it's a discussion for another day. Department, for the 2023, 2024, and 2024 and 2025 financial year, was there any budget allocation from the department for the VAR implementation?
Through your Chair, no.
SAFA, in its presentation, they have indicated that for the VAR program, it is only department that has invested money. So my question is, how did you fund VAR when it was not part of the initial budget? Second to that, given the departmental financial constraints, where did you get that money to invest in VAR when there is no decision to implement VAR in line with the approved budget number 1 and in line with the approved APPs? Where did you get the budget to implement? Because I want to put it to you. That VAR was never part of the departmental plans, but rather out of excitement of the minister after seeing the cameras in front of him, after the match of Kaizer Chiefs and I think it's Sundowns, he decided to be creative and commit the department And that's why I initially wanted the minister to be present in this meeting, because some of his public pronouncements contradicts what the department has already planned for. That is my question. And I'll still raise this issue when the minister is present. It's unfortunate that he's not here, and I'm still going to repeat it when he's present. Can you respond to me? How did you fund a project that was not part of your APPs, that was not part of your approved budget? Where did you get the money, and which program was compromised?
It was funded through reprioritization in program 2, under 2 programs or sub-programs, which is the Sport Federation support and missing the big walk event.
Thank you, Honorable DG. My apology for calling you Honorable DG. I would want to withdraw that unconditionally.
No, I think the DJ aspire.
All right. No, probably in the next elections. DG, now that you have said that it was not part of the initial budget and APPS, and you have said that it is through the budget adjustment, there are 2 programs that were compromised, Big Walk and the other one that you have just made mention. That's what you are confirming to this portfolio committee.
No, honorable member. What I'm saying, remember we're talking 25-26. We're not talking adjustment as yet, because that will only happen mid-year. So what I'm saying is that as part of the preparation and the prioritization of any identified interventions, the reprioritization was done going into the 25-26, which we are on now. So that budget is there as a result of reprioritization from those 2 sub-programs that I've mentioned.
Okay.
And remember, honorable member, that budget is going in on the 1st of July for approval. That's the budget that's going in, vote 37, which will be presented for approval on the 1st of July.
Thank you very much. Now that it was not part of the APPs and the approved budget, how is it then suddenly being prioritized over other programs, especially that speaks to the grassroots development? Let's make soccer a reference now. A point in case, SAFA's presentation says that they do not have any funds to invest on the grassroots development of soccer as things stands. That's what soccer is saying. Did you get my question? Let me leave you on that one while you are still thinking of it. How much have you invested on VAR in this financial year? Or how much have you funded VAR?
Through you, Chair, at this point, there is no funding that has gone out already or paid on VAR. Noting, Chair, what was presented earlier by SAFA, that they is still at the process of stages of tendering to actually determine the actual cost thereof. So there is no expenditure to date on VAR.
My question is, how much has the department funded the VAR implementation project? Take into consideration that SAFA has said that the only funding that they have currently for the implementation of the project, it's a funding that they have received from Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. So my question is, are they lying when they say that DSEC has funded them with money? Hence my question was, how much have you funded it with?
Not funded. In their presentation, they did indicate that they have initiated the processes to a stage of receiving proposals. So as I was saying, Chair, there is an amount after reprioritization which is set aside for this. And the Chief Director was explaining to a question from another member here that initially it was 80 million and it was a projection, but obviously it is being subjected to a process of seeking proposals and adjudication, which will then determine the actual amount.
Thank you very much. I'll get to that point and revisit. I don't agree with what you are saying based on what SAFA has presented. Ne? Where is the Chief Financial Officer of the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture? Is he present in this meeting? Okay,
No,
fine.
he's not present.
I guess the DG, now that the CFO of the department is absent, you will take responsibility of my question. And my question is directed to you. The Public Finance Management Act clearly stipulates processes that needs to be followed before the department can fund any entity or federation. Amongst others is to assess as to whether the money would be used in line with the proposal made to the department. I would want to check with you, given I'm just not sure. I was trying to check it now, DG, but I'll get it. I know I've got it on the phone. That process where there are certain things that you must first and foremost look into as the department. How did the department provide an advance payment of 5 million, if not mistaken, to SAFA? Which process have they followed? That is number one. Why did the department decide to contradict the process outlined in the PFMA in terms of, first and foremost, before you can give an entity or a federation money, you must look into their finances. And part of the finances must give you an impression that there is proper systems in place to manage those funds. And as things stand with SAFA, it's a different story. I would like to check with you, now that the CFO is not here. How did you get to a point of advance payment? Please don't use the excuse that players were not paid or people blah, blah, blah. It's a lame story for me. I'm referring to the process outlined with the PFMA in terms of how do you disburse state funds to an entity.
Through you, Chair, the advance payment, Chair, was made having considered section, I think Honorable Chair is referring to section 38, 1J, which of the PFMA, which really requires the accounting officer to satisfy himself or herself that the institution to which a transfer is being made would be able to account for it. And so far, we don't have anything that says SAFA is unable to account for the funds that we actually. Yes, I think CFO has spoken to the financial challenges, but they don't necessarily mean inability to account, and that's really what the PFMA requires of the department to satisfy itself before a transfer is made. Thank you, Chair.
Chairperson, I want to put, I think you must also refer to that section 38 of the PFMA. Go down with it. Section 38 of the PFMA says that the accounting officer for a department, trading entity, or constitutional institution, must ensure that the department, trading entity, or constitutional institution has and maintains one, effective, efficient, and transparent systems of financial and risk management and internal control. Here you've got an institution or an entity, according to the CFO. If I heard him correctly, and I'll want him to confirm when I get to him, I'll get to him after you. He says that the liabilities of SAFA are more than the assets, which in my understanding of the basics of accounting, it means now we are dealing with an institution or an entity that cannot sustain its core function or responsibilities. Second to that, Chairperson, I would plead, I'm not sure what informs the meeting. You see, Mr. Jordan, I'm respecting you given the fact that you are You have brought us World Cup in South Africa. But that does not change the fact that you are a former member of parliament. I'm currently the member, so things have changed. So don't abuse my respect to you. Can I go back to you, CFO? Thank you. If the CFO, and it's fine, let me leave that one. I'll submit it in writing because clearly there is some serious silence as if there is a dead body or a corpse entering the room. When was the CEO of SAFA appointed? CEO, when were you appointed?
I was appointed as COO in 2021 and CEO in 2023.
CFO, when were you appointed as the CFO?
I was appointed as the CFO in 2007.
2007.
That's correct.
Thank you very much. So you've got more than 10 years with SAFA.
That is correct.
Thank you very much. CFO, is there budget allocation for Bafana Bafana and Banyana Banyana competition? Is there budget allocation for Banyana Banyana? Do you currently have a budget for all the competitions that Bafana Bafana and Banyana must embark on?
Yes, we have.
How much do you have? Can you share it with us? The budget meant for competitions for both Banyana Banyana and Bafana Bafana.
We can send it to you, but we've got a budget.
Do you have a budget?
Yes, we have.
While I'm entering into other questions, can you flight it into the screen there as part of providing that proof?
Kgabo, keep your word. You're running on thin ice, but I'll give you an opportunity. Prove me wrong. Didn't they say there's no budget for those two? In the presentation.
That's why I'm saying that you must flight it here so that we can see. Because it is reported.
Someone said there's no budget.
No. We say there is no funding for junior national teams.
Okay, so flight the budget for us. Proceed, honourable member.
CFO, if I was to ask you how much do you have in your bank account of SAFA, would you be able to respond to my question?
Yes.
What do you have in the bank account of SAFA as things stands now?
Yes, we can check.
The question is how much?
We can log on and see how much is in the bank account. Are you asking me to log on and check how much is in the bank account?
Before checking how much is in the bank account, also reflect what I've requested you, the budget that you have, the allocation that you have for this current financial year for competitions of both Bafana Bafana and Banyana Banyana.
70 seconds, honourable member.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Let me just rush here, quick. There is an issue that you had raised earlier on around Kgabo Mokoena. There is an issue that was raised around Kgabo Mokoena. But before the issue of Kgabo Mokoena, in fact, let me speak to this one because it has a capacity of destroying our ambitions and including your dreams and Tate Jordan of South Africa participating in the next World Cup. Who is responsible in SAFA to interpret the competition rules? In SAFA, who is responsible? Let's go say, Angiti Kgabo Mokoena, we were told that he was not supposed to play according to the rules. Who was responsible to interpret the rules before the coach could field in Kgabo Mokoena?
Team manager, where's the team manager?
Earlier on, I saw your confidence being very high. Can you respond to my question, please?
I can respond. If you're looking at the competition rules and any other document that comes to SAFA, it's the legal committee where there's a specific question asked about an opinion. But when it comes to a game situation,
Can you speak to the mic, please?
when it comes to a game situation, then we are not there. It should be the officials in charge at that point in time giving direction. But as I understand the position of the Kgabo Mokoena case, both the match commissioner who came from Mauritius and FIFA and CAF had not received or not sent to SAFA and the match commissioner the question of his 2 yellow cards. So he played innocently. It was only subsequently that this information came to light.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
You said that in this instance it's an official. That official, is it a coach or is it a team manager?
Should be the team manager,
Okay, who is the team manager?
Mr. Vincent Seka.
Mr. Vincent Seka. Okay, can I check with you what punitive measures has SAFA undertook for the team manager's failure to caution the coach for fielding an eligible player like Teboho Mokoena?
I think with due respect, that matter is still under investigation. We have not received the final
Okay.
word on the matter.
Thank you very much. Do you, this Teboho, you say it's Teboho Vincent Seka? Oh, Vincent Seka. No, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me just check something.
I'm giving you a last opportunity.
All right, Chairperson. Aras, I've got 55 questions here, Chairperson. I'm not going to have an opportunity to ask them all, but others I'll submit them in writing.
Thank you. Honorable Ethel Trollop and then Honorable...
Yeah, but you were giving me the last one. I was checking the... Remember, I was making a follow-up on this one.
Make it crisp. Make it crisp.
All right, Chairperson. Do you have a retirement policy in SAFA? Do you have a retirement policy in SAFA? And what does the retirement policy say? And is there any of your employees in SAFA who's above your age in terms of the age limitation in terms of the age policy? I'm raising this because of, you see, that Vincent Seka, we are aware that is on a 2 years contract. By the way, let's just put it to you. We are aware that he's on a 2 years contract. And I'm deliberately asking you knowing the answer. I'm asking you so that you can respond to my question and check as to whether are you honest and truthful to this country. That is my question. As Chairperson, I think we have delayed a lot of things around our questions here. We have even failed. I just want to get clarity from the CFO. Did he say that we do not have money for development of soccer at the grassroots? And second to that, did he confirm that there is no money for the development of soccer even on school programs? Otherwise, I'll submit them in writing, Chairperson. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I just got worried with the age policy. I'm over the 60s as well.